Welcome back to PSC Tech Bytes. Today I want to keep on talking about the upcoming new functionalities introduced by Microsoft in SharePoint Framework 1.20, which is now in release candidate 1 since September the 12th. In fact, now with SPFx 1.20, we can use the base Web Quick View class to create quick views in adaptive card extensions rendered using basic HTML code, or eventually any other JavaScript framework like React or any other framework of your choice. This is really powerful because you don't need anymore to write the JSON of an adaptive card for the quick view, but if you want, you can just rely on regular HTML, React and stuff like that. So let me move to the demo environment and let me show you how to do that in practice. Let's start by creating a SharePoint framework solution. So using the command prompt, I'm going to start yo at Microsoft/SharePoint, and this will rely on the release candidate 1 of SharePoint Framework 1.20. And I'm going to create a solution which will be an adaptive card extension, and I can use whatever template I like for example the generic card template, because then I will have to update the actual scaffolded code. And let's say that it is the demo web quick view, just for the sake of providing a name. It will do the scaffolding of the solution, it will take a while. And once it will be ready, I can show you what you need to do in order to update the quick view to behave like a web quick view. The solution is now fully scaffolded, so let me start Visual Studio Code and let's see what we have got generated. So in Visual Studio Code, we can see that we have a solution based on SharePoint Framework 1.20 RC1. And in the source folder, we have the adaptive card extensions, and there we have the regular adaptive card extension, like always, inheriting from the base adaptive card extension. Then in the quick view folder, we have a quick view, which is now the basic one, so the one inheriting from base adaptive card quick view. Now, what I'm going to do right now is to replace these two imports with the base web quick view type. And I'm going to use this as the base type for my quick view. By doing that, the quick view will not have anymore the quick view data interface. And instead of having the template method overridden to provide the JSON of a template, which we don't need anymore, and we can completely get rid of this folder with the adaptive card JSON template, we simply need to override the render method. So we can do something like that, render, and this method will be the one returning void and working with this .dom element .inner HTML. And in here we can provide whatever HTML content we like, and this will be the actual content of the quick view. So just for the sake of making an example, let me write out the name of the user, the display name of the current user in a section with a div and saying hello and the name of the user. So in order to do that, we need to import the escape function, and here we are. So let me save this file and let me go to the terminal and start with gulp serve so that we can play with it and see what happens. So gulp serve, no browser. It will take a while, and as soon as it will be ready, we can play with the adaptive card extension and with the web-based HTML quick view. The solution is now ready, up and running. So let me switch to the browser and let me refresh the workbench so that we can start playing with it. So here I can add my demo web quick view, and as you can see right here, if I will go to preview and I click on the quick view button, we can see that we have the HTML, very basic one, of my adaptive card in the quick view section, and that's it. Now, if you want to have a look at something more real, well, you can play with something like that, where you can have richer content like this one. And in order to do that, you can do something like that. For example, in the quick view, Rather than having just very basic HTML, you can play with a little bit more complex HTML, so you can import images, like for example right here we have an asset folder where I have an image that I have imported. You can play with the CSS styles, so I created a CSS style right here, and I'm using this CSS style here with an import, as well as here using the styles.syntax that we are used to use in SharePoint framework. Of course, here you can just use basic HTML, or you can even rely on React components, which I'm going to show in one of the upcoming videos of this series of episodes. But the real powerful capability is that now you can render the quick view with HTML. Like always, thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.